Middleweight bout here. Brad Tavares minus 160. Bruno Silva plus 160. Odds courtesy of BetOpenly. As always, over under 2.5 rounds plus 115 for the over, minus 115 for the under. 22-8 Bruno Silva coming off the loss to Gerald Meerschaert. Brad Tavares, 19-7, 35 years old. So a couple of vets here going at it. Who do you like?
No, it all comes down to which Bruno Silva is going to show up. I mean, he should have been able to put away Gerald Meerschaert looking back at it now after Gerald Meerschaert just lost by a knockout to Joe Pyfer, because Bruno Silva has shown time and time again he's got some serious power for the division. He's a crisp striker. He finds the chin. And, his power has been devastating in the past. And then he goes out there against Meerschaert and just completely looked lost at times. Yeah, you heard me. Yeah. And he looked like something was wrong in that last fight. I don't recall him saying he had any injuries or anything like that. But if he goes out there looks like that against Brad Tavares, I mean, Brad Tavares is a strong dude who holds some power too, and he's only fought pretty damn good fighters in his recent fights. So Bruno Silva is going to have to be on his A game. If he does come out there and looks better than he has been, he's got a chance to knock out Brad Tavares, in my opinion. But if he doesn't, I think he gets eaten alive here. And it's just all going to come down to which Bruno Silva we get here.
Yeah, I mean, Bruno Silva is the only guy to go to a decision with Alex Pereira. And he lost that fight, but put up a pretty solid fight. And I think that's a lot why people were high on him going into the Meerschaert fight. And that's probably why he got that respect from the books. He was like minus 300.
Yeah.
And maybe he just wasn't expecting that from Gerald. But we all know Gerald can put on a good performance on any given night. And he's a live dog always. But Brad Tavares, he's pretty tested. I mean, he's been around for a while. He had that fight with Izzy, which was respectable. He went to decision with him. Then he had the loss to Edmen Shabazian when he got knocked out with the head kick. And then a couple wins by decision against Antonio Carlos Jr. and Omari Akhmedov, who's now in PFL. And then the loss to Drakus, where he kind of got pieced up. He had a solid first round against him, and then Drakus just pieced him up for the next 2 rounds and won the fight. 60 significant strikes absorbed in the third round, 39 in the second round. A bloody fight there. But at this point, I'm looking at this fight like it's probably dog or pass. Tavares trains out of Extreme Couture. You know he's going to come in with a solid game plan, but are the skills there to really, get it done, to implement it? Bruno Silva, he's got a bunch of knockouts on his record. I think it's 19, 20 in total. And then he's never been knocked out. So he's going to be there, but he's got a bunch of submission losses, 6 under his record. Not great. So this is probably going to be a stand-up battle. I don't see Brad Tavares really shooting too much. He doesn't average. He only averages less than 1 takedown per 15 minutes. So it's a standing battle. One guy's got really good KO power. One guy a little bit more seasoned in the UFC. He's got a little bit better fights under his record. Stands and throws the volume a little bit more. But Bruno's got that knockout power. And as a dog, I kind of like it. I'm probably going to go dog or pass in this one for the sake of the show. I'll take him for the pick, Bruno Silva. But yeah, maybe Bruno Silva by knockout would be a decent prop looking throughout the week. But for the sake of the show, I'll take him.